There, guys, we are live again. Looks like Amazon sent us our return back, which is great. So we've got the red pair, which is great because we're actually going to the movies tonight. So we kind of need these in red. Hey, we have green. If this works out, the green one are going to be raffled off. Okay. So without any further ado, let's get started. Let's see what we got here inside of the box. Make sure Amazon sent us they sent us the correct everything, the correct item that we ordered. But some of the LEDs were dead, and some of the resistors were also defunct too. And also, aside from that, when we tested the batteries were dead too, which is a little bit of a bummer and disappointing at the same time. But I'm gonna just open up the schematics here, and one thing one of our viewers / subscribers pointed out was to check the resistors, and we checked them afterwards, but we assumed that because they came together they were the correct parts, right? But apparently they were not. So I just need to find the schematics so that we can just follow along with the parts, because I believe what we could do is build it in one section where the resistors power one particular section, and then we can just solder on from there moving forward, if that makes any sense. So without any further ado, let's get started. Here we are. But you probably want me in there. I believe we did have one with me in the corner. We have... Well, oh, I'm up there. Okay, I see. See, hi on the top. I'm up here in this window, in the top left corner. All right, so and we have our multimeter, which is great. Comes in handy. And again, if you make this project, I recommend getting it from Amazon because they're really good with the returns, and also having a multimeter, because if you solder everything together correctly. And on our first set of glasses, the batteries were dead. Second pair of glasses, they were fair. The third pair, batteries were dead and the parts were soldered wrong. So you're going to need good batteries just to troubleshoot the unit alone, if that makes any sense. Because let's say we solder everything correctly, and then you're going to automatically assume that it's done wrong because it's not working, right? And then you're going to think, oh, maybe it's this part and that part. Meanwhile, it could be the batteries. So check the batteries. The batteries should be about 12 volts, and hopefully that's what we get in here. I'm going to do a little bit faster with the flux experience. And then just check the batteries really quick so that we can get, it takes about an hour and a half or sometimes longer depending on your experience, but we should be done. There's no hurry unless you're working under the clock with an action camera. Then we're sort of working under the gun, because you never know which camera's gonna die. Last time the camera didn't die out on the live stream, and then another time it actually did. So it's a little bit of a bummer / disappointment from DJI's standpoint. Like, they gotta fix that with their cameras, and that's why we're everything that glitches. So we're gonna check the batteries first, so we know what we're working with. We know that the glasses in another set work really well, but I was actually trying to troubleshoot the other pair, so I actually know the other set are dead. 12 volts, which is good. Nice. Thank you, Amazon. They probably tested it before they sent it. 12 volts. We're off to a good start. All right. And so we can, well, sort of put this away. We'll put this to the side. These are the resistors here. There's no rhyme or reason which way the resistors go. Capacitors go in one particular direction. I'll explain to you as we have the parts. So here go, I believe these are. See, I assumed, oh wow, they look different too. Different color. Looks like I can see them from here, and I wear glasses. They look a little bit brighter. So definitely the colors are different, which is good. Just gonna take that off. Whoops, where did it go? So be careful taking the parts apart, because as you can see, we just lost one right here. And unless you know the parts, you're not gonna know one's missing until later. So take them out carefully, have a little setup, do it in a, like on a plate if you don't have one of these things, anywhere, so that you can find your parts moving forward. Okay, so we're just going to sort these out. These are the resistors. A little hard to pick up. These look different though, for sure. Look at that. Wow, They really sent us the right parts this time. Oh, don't assume. Again, I assumed that the last time, and then we didn't find out until we put it together. Looks like a capacitor is missing, which is right here. And if this works out, there goes the transistor. This is the brain, the chip, which goes on last. Other parts, the S1 switch, little thingies for the battery connectors, a speaker. The speaker has a positive and negative side. I'll go over each part with you. And then that's it. See, these are them right here. Kind of neat, huh? But let's measure the resistors because I want to see. We should have 5 1K resistors, okay? I believe. Let me just, yep, 5 1K. Hopefully this will last through the charge. And you'll be able to see the numbers as I put the multimeter on it, which is right here. And we have to round them off because a lot of times you're not going to get that reading that you want. It's going to be like 0.9. See? 0.998 kilo ohms. And they would say that they are 5 10 kilo ohm resistors, but we round that off, and that would be make that a 10. Okay, so that would be, these are the 10 kilo ohms. This is the, it doesn't say it on here, it just says yeah, nope. So then you have to, so these it, and we assumed the last time these were it. This is the 3, so there are 3 10 kilo ohms. Okay, 3 10 kilo ohms. So we have, these are the 3 9.8 rounded off, and you get a 10. Okay, I wonder if these are the same ones. They look almost the same, black, a little bit, but not to the extent, because one is, I mean, the other one is 10 kilo ohms, and one is 1 kilo ohm. So the ones with the 5 should be 1 kilo ohms, right? So let's see, we got a 1. See? It doesn't. It measures 0.98 kilo ohms. Okay, and these should be the one who's the 3 should be 10 kilo ohms, which measures about roughly the same as the other one. I think that's where we messed up the last time. See, and this one's 9.8 kilo ohms. There's a K with an omega thingy. I wonder if this has just a K. We'll just double check. No, K, yeah, so that's the confusion. So they're both the same, different colors. Hopefully these will work, but we'll just put them in accordingly to what they say they go in. And this one we only use 1, all right? And this is the 2, so this one should measure off to 2. Yep, so it measures out to 1. So we got 1, but see, none of them measure up to what they're supposed to, which is really interesting. See, we got 1.0. And then no matter with the resistors, let's say I flip it over. Like maybe I'm measuring it wrong. It doesn't matter. See? 1, 0.8, 0.9. There's no rhyme or reason which way they go, but these are the ones with the 2. So as you can see, it's different. And the capacitors are, everyone's seen a capacitor. There's only one way to put it in a capacitor. The short side is the minus side. Okay. And let's see if we measure this one. You can't go wrong because they're both the same. And well, you could go wrong by putting them in the wrong spot. And this is, whoops. This one is 4, 2.8, 2.5. Let's say 2. What does it say on here? Yeah. 20, well, this one says 2.5. Well, it should be 1 UFs. What do we get? Oh, well, it fluctuates, you know. 3. On here it says it should measure to 1 UFs, but we're not even getting that. And remember, the short side is the negative side, so you can't go wrong when measuring the capacitor. Anyway, that's that, but it tells us where it goes, and just gonna measure it again. Measure it backwards, see what it gets. Nah, nothing. Got 1.6, 1.5. Measuring it the other way from negative, positive on the negative side, and then Let's try measuring it this way, in case you're wondering. See? .8, 1.6. We got like a 1. We got a 10 UFs. All right. Anyway, that's that. No matter how many times we try measuring, we're never going to match up the numbers that actually. It's never going to give us the numbers that are actually on the side. And same thing with the resistors, which is, you know, it is what it is. I'm going to shut this off. And then I'm going to use, at this time, I'm going to use the flux pen. Just hopefully, if the flux pen works, actually. We got flux in here. Gotta watch that. Let me go into our channel and then make sure no one's here as yet. Yeah, we're still live. I'll change the thumbnail. This time I'm going to use. I'll change the thumbnail later. Just going to do a pop-out chat. Great that the audio is great. All right, there we are.